Evening, darlings. How the devil are you? And a very warm welcome to a nice, relaxed, double portion of Monday Night Live. Yes, welcome. And yeah, we've got 2 lovely hours to spend together tonight as we wave away Monday and welcome in Tuesday in a beautifully relaxed fashion. Right, let's get that one thing clear from the off. I'm the second most tired person in the world right now. I will try and keep going until midnight. If I do, at the stroke of midnight, I'm out of here. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. But before that, there's all sorts of fun to be had and things to tell you all about. So yeah, we're going to be spending the next hour waving away Monday, welcoming in Tuesday, and we will be doing so in the company of our permanent and perennial pals, our matching pair of his and hers, highly powered hedgehogs of truth. We will not be joined by, we will not be joined by 2-ton Ted the Tentington or indeed the Netty Petty Piss Pot. However, Sean's box is present and correct and ready for a pounding. And of course, we have the community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you could, some would argue should, and I hope will, leave a voice note. You've got all the time in the world to do it. So there you go. Right then, darlings. Let's have a sip of water. Water, it's great. And I'm going to dive into your comments, which I believe to be the meat and potatoes of this sweet and sour chicken, Singapore style, that we are currently enjoying. Right, with us tonight in no particular order of appearance, merit, height or bra size, Jimmy Quinn, Stratospherian. Sorry, I've got YouTube comments pinging in as well. Stratospherian, good evening to you, Peter P. The Yorkshire Nomad, good evening to you, sir. Pop 57. The lovely Poppy's Travels. Nigel, the Honourable Nigel, Minister for Filth and Perversion, of course. Barry Scrotter's with us. We have also got, the fabulous Mark Passad. Good evening to you, sir. Super Moderali. Good evening, Super Moderali, whoever the heckety heck you are. Matron is with us. Community matriarch and, of course, owner-operator of the Community Buzzwan. Good evening to you. Niska, very good evening. Damien Eves, good evening to you. I saw you at the SO Garage today. Well spotted, sir. Which one were you? Did I see you? But yes, I was at the SO Garage today with Netty. Leah, the bee's knees. I'm still awake. It's late for me. It's bloody late for me tonight as well. Caregun One is with us. Good evening. Bunga Party. Who is the first most tired person? Daniel. Who else have we got? Mike P, good evening. The lovely Jen. Oh, Jen says, good evening all. Just doing myself a good old fry-up. Yum. I'll be having one of those for a brunch lunch tomorrow. Steve McDonald is with us. A very good evening to you, sir. Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel Emma Lemon is here, full of hope. Good evening to you. Dan is with us. Good evening, Dan. And that's it. I've caught up with the comments. Good. I can have a nap now. I can turn sideways and have a nap. Boaty, did Daniel keep you up all night drinking wine? No. No, he went not that long after the live stream, but I think I was a bit tiddly, and I was tired. I'm always tired on a Sunday night. You know, it's the end of the working week. And we'd had a really busy weekend. And when you're tired and it's late, and you have a drink, then everything kind of exacerbates everything else. And yeah, I mean, and then throw in an early start this morning, and yeah, absolutely, I'm knackered. But what happened with Netty? Shouts Matron. Okay, do you want the good news or the bad news? I mean, the first thing I've got to say is a massive, massive thank you to Daniel. I have never felt as guilty as I did today. That poor sod has been out in the freezing cold, squirming around on the floor, soaking wet, literally all day, well into the darkness. Now, hopefully, he's dry and asleep by now. I've never felt so guilty. The poor sod, and he just wouldn't give up. He would not give up. When we started, and he was trying to find somewhere to put it, and you know how it would all work logistically. I said, mate, it's not get. Don't, you know, I said, Netty is just not designed. Clearly, she's not designed or she's not designed to have a diesel heater fitted. It's, you know, don't feel that you have to. I said, she's not destined to have a diesel heater. And he said, she fucking well is. So he didn't even eat his lunch. He only ate half of his lunch. I went out to the chippy and got us a chippy lunch, and he didn't stop working. He ate about half of it over the space of about 20 minutes while he was working, and literally squirming around in puddles on the floor. He was dripping wet, freezing cold, and utterly knackered, the poor sod. And I was freezing cold as well, but I was doing nothing. I mean, I was about as much use as a chocolate bloody fire guard. The only thing I did that had any use today was to go and get chips. But right, let me whiz back to the comments. Where did we get to? Here. I'm here, Boaty says, Lord Stiff Upper Lip, good evening. Trisha, good evening to you. And Paul, if he's there. Boaty, but what a great live with Dan, says Mark Prasad. One for the books. Was it a good one? Can't remember. Can't remember a thing. I was tired. I can't remember a thing. I do remember that first bottle of wine was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Javid Rashid, good evening to you. Do you like Norman Wisdom? Well, of course. Who couldn't love old Wizzy? You know, spending time being dead for tax purposes at the moment, bless him. Oh, the Honourable Ange is with us. Minister, of course, for profiteroles and orgies. No, that's not right, is it? Production, no, planning and organisation. That's the one. Good evening, Ange. Don't get excited about today's video. Don't be excited about today's video. It was too damn cold. It was just too cold, and there's hardly anything. I'll have to do another one, kind of after the event one. Lord Baverstock, good evening to you. Ross Dinosaur Dad, good evening. Mr. Grimsdale. Good evening, Boaty and all. Sorry I'm late, says the lovely Richard Paulie Galtieri. Chef Dan is made of stern stuff, says Stu. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He just wouldn't give up. and Netty fought him all the way. What a guy Daniel is. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, God, I hope he doesn't catch a cold, but bloody hell. I mean, he was literally crawling around in puddles of water. It's pissed it down here. And, you know, he had to be underneath Netty doing manly things. Yeah, it was a good stream. A couple more glasses of wine, and I think it would have got a bit crazy. Evening, you big bowl of Weetabixes, says JB3. Jim Bob the Third. Good evening to you. How's your ass today, Boaty? My ass is fine. I just froze my bollocks off and my titties off. Right, so what happened today? I got up far too early, felt like I was trying to recover from an autopsy. We went down, we got Netty. The mechanic was very surprised to see me, hadn't read the text. So we got Netty. He hasn't done the brakes, and he wasn't going to do them today either. He said he might have some time tomorrow, but he certainly wasn't going to do them today. And he hadn't read the failure sheet, so he didn't know about the battery needing doing. Just watch the Sherpas update video, says Ross. Some interesting layout challenges. It is going to be interesting, but I have to say that, oh, and I've got an update on the update for you. It's going to be interesting figuring out the layout, and the update on the update is that it is going to be painted and the carpet's put down before it's handed over. So that's good news. We shouldn't have to do much in the way of decorating. Oh, the mechanic's a lovely guy. He's a lovely guy. You just have to be a bit, you know, laid back. Okay, the bad news with Netty. Let's do the bad news. The first bad news is she was like a swimming pool, soaking wet inside. Netty leaks. Now, I knew that she leaked. I know where the main leak is, and I was supposed to get it sorted, and I haven't because I've got away with it. Netty is parked on a slope, and she doesn't let the rain in. I assume it just because it runs off the roof because she's on a slope. Of course, she's been on the flat, hasn't she, for a few days, and there's been a lot of rain, and she was very wet inside. So I'm going to have to try and get her properly sealed up. Now, I did know about this. Netty was handed over, and you know, I needed to either have a new skylight put in or have if I wasn't bothered about a skylight, which I'm not, have it properly sealed up. It only had a temporary codge, which was basically a plastic bag sellotaped over it. And I don't know, because I didn't know how to do it or what to do, or I couldn't be asked, or I couldn't afford it. And because I've been getting away with it, I've not done anything, but she's very wet inside. And obviously that's not going to do her any good at all. So that's one bit of bad news. And the other bit of bad news is obviously we've missed out on the free retest. So she's going to have a new MOT, and the indicators have stopped working again. So she's going to fail. Well, I mean, obviously they're going to have to be fixed before we put her in. It happened before when I was coming back in Netty from Anglesey, and I got the AA out, and they didn't really do anything. They just had a fiddle with the fuses and the relay, and they started working again. And he said, the relay might have been a little bit hot. And they've just worked ever since, but sod's law, tonight they decided to stop working again. So the next plan will be to get Netty back down to the mechanic, pray to God that it doesn't rain, and hopefully he'll fix the brakes and the indicators at some point. Not much else we can do, and then she'll have to go for another MOT. Oh, Angie's all warm and snug in K Camper, 24 degrees. Which room have you earmarked for the Joseph Lloyd Lounge? Well, I've got an idea, Richard, but we'll decide that together when I show you guys round. We all leak the older we get, says Steve McDonald. Will you be going back to get the brakes fixed? Yes. Food news from Mike P. Homemade tomato soup, lovely, with a side of 3 cheese and caramelized onion toasties. You're going to need a skylight if you're living in there full time. I'm not planning to be living in her full time for long. The plan is I'm looking at caravans all the time, and the plan is to get a caravan as literally as soon as possible for the extra room, really, for the extra room. I've seen a load of caravans for around the 800 quid mark, and they all look as if they would be absolutely fine. So yeah, that's the plan. I plan to live in Netty for as short a time as possible, to be honest. Only because in terms of actually living, it's a really, really small space. So, the extra space for caravan would make a lot of difference, I think. And as I say, they look to be really decent ones for around 800 quid, 1,000 quid, and they look nice. They actually look really nice. It's amazing what's out there. I mean, they could be complete heaps for all I know. I mean, I know sod all about caravans. Less than nothing, in fact. But they look all right. And at the end of the day, if they do for the first season, then got your money's worth out of them, won't they? Because they'll still be worth something at the end of the season, won't they? So I'm not bothered about a skylight. And the skylight would be, I think, 500 odd quid to get fitted, whereas sealing it up with something will cost, well, the cost of the sealant and getting somebody to do it, because I can't clamber up onto Netty's roof. Ugh. The mechanic might be a lovely guy, but he ain't done you any favours. Well, that's kind of true. Next time, find a garage. It will do the MOT and repairs in-house. Is that, well, yeah, but I couldn't find one. Skylights are simple to replace, says Steve McDonald. Ours blew off on our Tourer somewhere on the M27. Wrinkles55 joins us. A very good evening to you. Evening, Boaty, says Jonathan. How very dare you start without me? I've just got in. Bad news about Netty, mate, but you still got time to pull this off, pal. Yeah. Caregun1 says, Boaty, I watched a video of a guy yesterday where he picked up a really decent caravan for 300 quid. It was from one of those storage places, but had been abandoned. I've heard about stuff like that. I have heard about stuff like that. Yeah, I reckon if you look carefully and have a bit of luck, you could get something quite worthwhile for, really quite cheaply indeed. And then just put a bit of effort in to, pretty it up like Netty, so it's a nice place to be. And Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt. I've seen some layouts which look really nice. I mean, I saw one today. It was 875 quid, I think. And it had a fixed bed on one end. So handy, handy. Next to the bathroom as well. Handy, handy. Nice fixed bed, one side. Then kind of in the middle, you had like a two-seater dining area with a table. So that would be your dining place and your workplace. And then down at the other end, you got a big old seating area, which of course turns into another bed. But I wouldn't need that. So I'd have somewhere where I could work and eat, somewhere to sleep, and somewhere to just chill out and expand and relax a bit. And it was 875 quid. Looked all right outside as well. So yeah, I think they're out there. But yeah, the plan for Netty is I just need to find somebody who knows what they're doing and get them to seal the roof up wherever. Find out, if we can see exactly where it's leaking from. I know that the one skylight is there. There might be other areas. I don't know, but obviously the cheap solution at the moment is the route to go. Food news from Steve McDonald. Dinner was pork chorizo, butterbean, kidney bean, onion and potato stew, flavoured with smoked paprika, garlic and chilli. Stu says BSE honours. Don't know what that's in relation to. Josh is with us and he says it's good to be here. First thing to check on a Tourer is the floor. If it's spongy, walk away. Oh, yeah, I've heard about the spongy wood. It's after damp, isn't it? Max Air Fan, 180 quid. Do it yourself, says Jonathan. Have you ever met me? I can't change a light bulb. Peace and love to all, says Lord Baverstock. Too many to name, and I'm too old to type all the names of everyone in. I know that feeling. Richard says, my dad stores caravans. I'll ask him if there's anything abandoned down there. Oh, thank you. Caravans are beautiful inside, says Wrinkles. Where is Netty going if you buy a caravan, asks Steve. Well, she will just be parked up like she is now and used on a Monday. I have to get off site. Can't be on site every day of the month. So I'll go away in Netty on a Monday night. Why don't you live in Netty? Asked Niska. Because Netty is very small, and I think she's far too small for living in full-time, long-term. A night or two, fine. A week, fine. Months on end, I don't think so. When will you have to leave Windy Bum? In the new year? I don't know exactly, but some point in the new year. Right. Anyway, so we've done the bad news. The good news, Chef Daniel, he prevailed. He did it. My God, was it hard work. I mean, he's clearly expert. He clearly really, really knows what he's doing. And he kind of really went the extra mile. I've not lost a single centimetre of useful storage space. It took a long time. I mean, we went down to get Netty at 10:30, just to give the mechanic time to do the brakes if he was going to. As it happens, he had no plans to do them, but there you go. And Nettie was finally done at about 6:30, something like that. And all that time, literally without a break, Daniel was out there, outside. Well, even inside Nettie was freezing cold. Outside, soaking wet. I mean, he'll probably never watch one of my videos or lives ever again. He will rue the day that he came across me. He must have been cursing me all bloody day today. And I felt so guilty. But what can I do? It's not like I can be any help. I've not got a clue what I'm doing. But he got it done. He got it done. Nettie has got a fully operational, very professionally fitted diesel heater. And talk about going above and beyond. He upgraded parts of it. So he used a different exhaust to make it a lot quieter. And he said that it's the quietest he's ever heard one. It's a lot quieter than any of his. And it is quiet. It is quiet. So that was upgraded. The pump was upgraded. So there you go. And it's got it's got a control panel and a remote control. So I can operate it from bed. I can just have the remote control up in the poddering pit and I can operate it from there. Right, would you like to know where it's fitted? Well, God, it took some work. My God, it took some work, but I couldn't be happier with. Right, so imagine Nettie, right? You all know Nettie. You've all seen the videos. So hang on, days gone by. Good evening to you. We lived in a fixed bed 24-foot caravan for 2 years. No problem, says Lord Baverstock. You just have to downsize the crap you accumulate. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the caravans I'm looking at, they're not massive. They're 4 berth. She is small, yes, says Niska, but you will save up money fast. Well, I know I will. I know I will. But the first thing I'm going to save up money for is a caravan. Because just that extra little bit of space is, I'm sure it's going to make all the difference. I adore Nettie. You all know how much I adore Nettie, and I'll never be parted from her willingly. But I can't imagine living in her full time. The logistics of it, I just can't see. I mean, obviously, if you had to, you'd do it and you'd be bloody grateful. Of course you would. But gosh, it wouldn't be easy. You can run the heater to help dry Nettie out. Indeed, yes. Yeah, the exhaust is super quiet. It's cheaper to run a diesel heater if you have a separate tank. You can run it on red diesel, readily available from canal boatyards. But do tell them it's for heating only. I don't need to go to a canal boatyard for red diesel. I can assure you of that. If I was in your shoes, I would use Nettie, says Niska. I will do, until I can get a caravan, and then I won't. Well, I'll still use her. It'll just be on a Monday. Rob Taylor, good evening. And Rob says, good evening all. My Lottie is 24 foot, fixed bed, plenty of room for me. Boaty, says Mike P. Netty Kutch's knitting needles have been in action tonight. Ooh. Jean-Marc, a very good evening to you. Bonsoir. Go for a large twin wheel, more space and comfortable, says Lord Baverstock. Yeah, to be honest, I'll get what's cheap and looks relatively decent and is easily available for the first one. But unless it turns out to be spectacular, I'll only use it for the first season. And then I'll replace it. You know, when I know a bit more about what I'm doing and what I need and what would be better, I'll replace it this time next year. You can also run it on red diesel. Yes, indeed. Hello, Simone. Don't worry, you've not missed a thing. Right, so let me tell you where the diesel heater ended up. So imagine Netty, okay? We walk in the back door. We've got cooker on the left. We've got bathroom on the right. We go down past the imperfectly fitted table. Right, so on the left-hand side, you've got the sideboard, right? Now, the very end of the sideboard, behind the ladder, that last door, that's where I put the microwave when we're driving, right? The diesel heater is underneath where the microwave is. So if you open the door to that cupboard, then the cupboard looks exactly like it did before. You've got the microwave on the bottom shelf, and well, you've got nothing on the shelf above it at the moment. Something will go there though. The diesel heater is hidden away underneath the microwave shelf. And it's just got the heaty, spouty thing is obviously just poking out beneath the door. And the control panel is fitted just to the right of the door. The fuel tank is fitted to the side of the passenger seat. Fits in there quite snugly. Handy little space. Doesn't impede the passenger getting in or out. Easily accessible for filling up. So that worked out quite well. Took a lot of thinking. And of course, everything has to be done underneath. So it needed to be in a place where it wasn't going to impinge on anything else underneath, because Netty has had a lot of holes cut out of her. I mean, the hole for the bottom of the diesel heater was like that. Down has got this bloody big circular saw thing. And yeah, there's a big chunk of Netty, a big round chunk that's gone missing. And then, yeah, had to be drilled in the front passenger compartment to feed the diesel lineup. Various, obviously, power had to be fitted. So powers had to be taken a direct feed from the leisure battery and run that through, run that underneath. So yeah, and that's all been beautifully done, tucked away. You can't see it. It's all absolutely as safe as houses. The pump has been fitted externally. Some will say that's controversial, but it's been fitted externally to really minimize the noise. And it's a beautiful setup, and it works really well. It's not too noisy, thank goodness. There's no smell or anything like that. And it's just such a neat installation. The only way that you would know that it was there is from the heat nozzle that's obviously, you know, below the cupboard door has been drilled out. So the heat nozzle is coming out of there. So that's where the heat is coming out from. And obviously you've got a fuel tank now, literally by the side of the passenger seat. But, you know, it sits underneath the level of the cushion. So you just, it's not going to get in the way of anybody or anything. And obviously, it's dead easy to fill. Just open the passenger door, and boom, you're right there. You know, you could fill it from a pump if you weren't using Cherry Aid. Don't die from diesel fumes, says Jean-Marc. I'd be more worried about dying from carbon monoxide. So there is a carbon monoxide detector and alarm winging its way to Windy Bum, and I've been told that needs to be fitted above, not super duper high up, because apparently carbon monoxide doesn't go all the way to the top of the space. It only goes so far up. So if I'm in the podgering pit, I'm going to be safer than I would be downstairs. But there'll be a proper alarm fitted to guard against that. Didn't Nettie pass the MOT? No. I'll try not to overfill the tank. Yes, carbon monoxide alarm is on the way. I'd have tried to get the diesel tank outside as well, because I hate the smell of diesel. Not an option. Nettie Kutcher's just popped in for a bit, just to see what's occurring. Definitely needs a carbon monoxide alarm. She's getting one. Did your 888F, whatever that means, not run the diesel from your vehicle fuel tank? No, Jonathan, largely because Nettie's petrol. But she still has glow plugs. Yeah, he's got more chance of dying from wine fumes, says Jonathan. Well, if you're gonna go with a smile on your face. What else? The door handle is fixed beautifully, and that works a treat now. So that's a job done. Headlight is apparently fixed. Still seems loose to me, but hey ho. Exhaust has been done apparently. I didn't crawl underneath and check. So yeah, it just leaves the brakes, the battery. Oh, bloody! I don't see why the battery failed on being insecure, because they're both secured in, both the starter battery and the leisure battery. But bloody mechanics, bloody MOT mechanic must have removed the spare wheel to inspect the leisure battery, because in a NETTY, the spare wheel is underneath the bonnet, and it sits on top of the leisure battery. So he's removed the spare wheel to inspect the leisure battery, failed the battery, and then just bunged the spare wheel back in without securing it. Didn't screw the bolt in. So bloody hell. Failed on something that shouldn't have failed, and then to really take the piss, put the spare wheel in and left it all insecure. So that's not optimal, is it? Hey ho. I mean, it's secured now because Daniel. Yes, indeed, Lord Baverstock. Big thank you and a gold star to Dan for fitting the diesel heater. All the van dwellers on here ready for a meet-up at Stanage Edge. We totally need to do that. Jen says, for some reason, I had to go into Molly because her carbon monoxide alarm was going off. Very strange, as nothing is on in her. Oh, well, as long as everything's all right, Jen. Yeah, so I can't tell you how over the moon I am with that diesel heater. Yeah, it's I don't know where I thought it was going to go, but I wouldn't have thought it was possible to. Oh my God. And didn't he have to bloody swim the channel to get it in there? Dismantling the cupboard was hard enough. God above. So a simple little thing, right? Simple little thing. So you've got the cupboard, open the cupboard door. You've got the bottom shelf and you got the upper shelf. So we wanted to go underneath the bottom shelf, right? Well, Daniel did. So you need to take the bottom of the shelf out, right? Screws, WD-40, screws, out they come. More screws, out they come. More screws, out they come. More screws, out they come. And it still won't come up. Oh my God. There's another one at the back, riveted. What's the point in having all of those screws making you think that you can rivet it as well? Got the rivet out, riveted from underneath, where it's totally impossible to get to. That cupboard was never designed to come apart. And, you know, it's not the stoutest of woods. You know, it's a chipboard, isn't it? And so it's just going to break up, isn't it? Well, Daniel didn't want it to break up, did it? He wanted it to go back and be as pretty. Bless him. He was apologising to Nettie all the way. He's like, I'm sorry, Nettie. I'm sorry about this. I promise I'll make you all. I promise I'll make you all pretty again. And he managed to get that bloody panel out without damaging it. God knows how. I mean, ridiculous level of care. And then, yeah, had to rip some carpet up, and then bloody hell. So beneath the floor of Nettie, you've got a layer of wood, and then you've got like polystyrene that's about that deep, which is highly flammable. So the diesel heater had to be fitted with a special shroud to stop it going on fire, basically. It's all a bit scary. He was going on about what polystyrene is like when it goes up, because it happened to his when he was welding it, the polystyrene core. And between that and him telling me about the carbon monoxide, I'm thinking I'm never going to use this pissing heater. I'm going to be too scared. But I certainly will use it. And it's just, I mean, it's fabulous. It's fabulous. It's such an amazing job. I mean, I don't think anybody could have done a better job than that. I reckon a professional installer would have just said, "No, you're just going to have it here, and it'll have to be on show, and I can put this here and that there." Because I don't reckon they'd have gone to the level of faff that Daniel went to. But you know, and I was going to say it looks amazing, but of course you can't see it. All you can see is the heat vent, and that looks like it was there from the factory. It was so well, professionally fitted. There's not an element of bodge in there. Oh well, there's one tiny little bodge that couldn't be helped, but that's easily put right. We just didn't have the right part. It's just the positive clamp for the the positive clamp on the leisure battery terminal. Just didn't have the right part, but that will be replaced. Other than that, it's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and the sense of having that. It's weird how it affected me. The sense of being not connected to anything, and yet you've got that heating. It's like amazing. Sounds weird, but it was really amazing. And of course, I'm just imagining if it feels like that here on the side of the road, just down from the cottage, what's it going to feel like when you're up at Stanage Edge and it's snow and ice outside, and you're all toasty warm with your little diesel heater puffing away, keeping Nettie all warm and snug and cozy. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah. So I'm going to need to top Nettie up with diesel and petrol now. And of course, try not to get the two mixed up. And there was a first tonight. For the first time ever, I drove Nettie in the dark. I was so chuffed when Daniel, who must have been as miserable as hell, just buggered off to get out of his wet clothes. The poor sod. I'm sitting there cozy and warm in Nettie with the diesel heater going. I thought, I've never driven her in the dark. She was very low on fuel. I thought, sod it, I'm going for a drive. I'll go and get some fuel and I'll go for a drive in the dark. And I did, and it was fabulous. I really enjoyed it. So there you go. I have now driven her in the dark. Literally the first time, never done it before. The headlights, I thought the headlights were going to be terrible, and they're not. Headlights are all right. Oh, also, the reversing light isn't working now. I forgot about that. So that's another thing that's going to fail the next MOT on. I must remember to tell the mechanic. Because we needed to get straight through with a pass. I can't risk another retest, can I? Yes, I watched Emma's video too, Intruder in the Kitchen. I left a review on it. Polystyrene is highly toxic when it's alight. Oh, great, thank you. I thought Daniel was going to be on the live tonight. He will be too knackered. He's worked his arse off today, and he will have been cold, soaking wet, and miserable. If he had any sense, he'll have got himself dry, got himself warm, had something to eat, a couple of glasses of wine, and gone to sleep. So he's got a long drive ahead of him tomorrow as well. So I didn't expect to see him tonight. You need that solar fitted now, then you can go fully off grid with your power bank. Who needs a seasonal? Me. I want the safety and security and all of that. I will get the solar fitted, and I will go wild camping in Netty probably every week, probably every Monday night. I've got a list of places that I want to go to. And in the future, hopefully I will actually have some disposable income, which means that I'll be able to go further afield. Yeah, I know Net is going to be slow and whatnot, but my main reason for not going further afield was the fuel costs. If I've got a couple more bob, then I can go to all of the places people talk about. I can have a night in the Lake District. I've never been there. I can go to Robin Hood's Bay. I'm told there are, Rick's always telling me how amazing it is to park up there for the night. I could stay on the seafront in Llandudno. I can have a night at the Rest and Be Thankful up at the top of the Great Orme on Marine Drive. I can go to that amazing park up in Snowdonia that everybody goes to. Can't remember the name of the place, but it's very popular. Everybody does videos there, but it looks absolutely stunning. Was there no daily diary today? Asked Netty Kutch. Yes, Netty, there was, but because I've been busy all day, I didn't get it up until about 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. Don't forget, guys, says the Honourable Minister for Profiteroles and Orgies, the Christmas community meetup is at the Hyde Hotel, Baslow Road, Eastmoor, Chesterfield, S42 7DA. on Sunday, the 7th of December. I will be there, and so will the Honourable Minister for Pageantry and occupationalism, and I hope you will be there too. You've had a blessing there, Boaty. Well done, Dan, says Mike. I really have. Oh, I can't wait, says Jen. Can't wait any longer. Malibu, incoming, whoop. Well, you go for it. In 9 minutes' time, I'll be opening a bottle of wine. The Netty that's up the road from me, says Cairgorn1, has a log burner on the bit of worktop behind the passenger seat. Blimey, yeah, I know you can fit a log burner. I'd love to do it. I'd love to do it. Maybe I'll have one in the caravan. Lots of congratulations to Daniel. Seriously, I couldn't be more grateful, and I couldn't feel more guilty. The poor sod. Honestly, he's had the day from hell. And it's not even a job of work. I mean, it is just a massive, massive favour to somebody he'd never met before. And not only does he come up and do me that massive favour, he brings me wine and lovely food. So, yeah, what what an absolute community legend. And he gifted memberships in the live last night. And I was so busy chatting to him, I forgot to see who the memberships went to. So congratulations to the 5 newest channel members, whoever you are. I haven't got a clue. If anybody knows, do let me know. Could be a dodgy earth lead. We have got a Facebook group and you should join it. Netty would love to come to a meetup, perhaps when Boaty comes to Llandudno again, as that's quite close to where we live. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I could have the odd extra day off when I've got extra funds. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Netty. February, I think we said, oh, Ange will tell you. Poppy's Travels. It has to be done by voice note. Has to be done by voice note or it doesn't count. Well, I'll let you off with this one. I'll let you off with that one, but it should be a voice note. Poppy's Travels is telling me to pound the box. So there you go. 1 box, nice and light. £1. 3, 2, 1. Oh, and for the record, I finally got my battered sausage, chips, and curry sauce today, and it was fabulous. And I sat there and stuffed my face while poor Daniel was eating a chip every 5 minutes because he didn't stop work. I think he knew what he was up against, and he knew that we were fighting the light as well. But yeah, so there you go. We've got amazingly, we've got a diesel heater, darlings, and we've got a power station. So that's it. We are now off grid. Tell you what, let's give the power station some coverage because I haven't done the video yet. So, and there's something I want to mention. Right, this is genuine now. Right, so this is going to be a paid placement thing. I'll have to put the appropriate note on it. I haven't had a glass of wine yet, so I can do this properly sober. Okay, that is the Allpowers R1500 Lite, currently on a very good offer, on a Black Friday offer. And if you use the code that I will put in, if you use the link in the description, and I'll add the code, I'll do that after the live, you get an extra 10% off. So let me show it to you. I haven't used it in anger yet. So you turn it on, long press, and there you go. That shows your the percentage of battery you've got left. It's on 100. That shows your outputs. Then you've got 12-volt socket there. You've got 2 USBs there and 2 USB-Cs there, and you activate them by pressing that little switch there. And then you've got no fewer than 4 regular 240 volt standard 3-pin sockets there. So pretty simple, pretty clever, because you know everything's all contained in there. Obviously built-in inverter, all of that. Then turn it to this side, move the candle out of the way. So in this plug there, that opens up, and then you've got 3 means of charging. That is your 240 volt charger, so you know, charge it from a normal socket. And you've got, oh no, it's 2, isn't it? Not 3. Oh, hang on, I think it is 3. You've got your solar there, so you can buy this on its own, or you can buy it as a package with a bloody great big solar panel, and that folds out to 4 times the size. It's got and it can be standalone. It's got its own supporting arms, so you can just, you know, you could mount it to something if you wanted to, or you could just plonk it on the ground outside your vehicle or your caravan or wherever you happen to be. And that plugs into there, and it will it will charge this thing up. And basically, you can use any device on this that's 1500 watts or less. Obviously, the higher power thing it is, then it's going to run the battery down quicker. But I'm looking forward to having an experiment in it. I'm assuming that I've got a 800 watt microwave. I'm assuming that I can run the microwave for 2 minutes and heat me rice overnight. But I mean, you can plug loads of things in there, and you know, it's a powerful thing. So you can plug your phone in, and your laptop and your iPad and all of that, and it's going to go forever. But this is the thing that I wanted to tell you about this. Turn off just with that button there. Oh, that's standby. I think it's a long press for totally off, isn't it? There we go. You get a little beep. It all shuts down. The display goes wallop. So there you go. That is the thing. They do bigger ones and they do smaller ones. You can see what size this is. It's not too heavy. I'm not a particularly strong man and I can lift it up no problem. But the point is that I was talking to Daniel about that power station, and he said they're pretty good. They are. He said I watch a YouTube channel where, excuse me, bit of nose blowing required. He said, I watch a YouTube channel where a specialist guy actually takes those to pieces and inspects the quality of all of the individual parts of it, and the standard that it's put together, and so on and so on and so on. And he gave the Allpowers like top marks. So not only is it, from my research, it's you get more bang for your buck with them than you do with other well-known ones, but it's a better item. And then he told me a story about one particular company. Now, I'm not going to name them because I don't want to get sued. However, this is Daniel, he had a power station from probably one of the best known suppliers. Certainly, they love to get their products featured on YouTube videos. So you name a YouTuber who's had anything to do with a motorhome or a van, they will have probably been given at least one, if not more, of the things from this particular company, and they'll have done a review on it on a video. I'm not going to tell you which company it is, but it's a company that purports to be American and is actually Chinese. And his caught fire. It was faulty, or it became faulty. It caught fire. It shorted his whole van out, caused a load of damage. And, well, cut a long story short, ultimately, they accepted liability, accepted that their product was, not as good as it could be, paid for all of the damage, which was about 1,500 quid, refunded him, and gave him a new one, which he wouldn't have anywhere near one of his things, so he sold it. So there you go. That's what I've got to say about that. So my dealings with Allpowers, they've been absolutely fabulous to deal with. I'm very grateful for the power station and for the solar panel. You're going to see plenty of it because, as you know, I haven't just accepted a freebie for the sake of it so I can flog it on after I've done a quick video. I genuinely needed one. I couldn't afford to buy one. I did a little bit of research as to who I wanted to deal with, and they've been great, and I'm really grateful for it. And it turns out that, probably with more luck than judgment, I picked a really good one, and there you go. So you'll see it in use, and as I say, if you want to buy one that's the same, then use my link and my discount code. You'll get 10% off, and I get a small percentage as well. So it's kind of win-win. So there you go. And you will absolutely see it in use. In time, I will probably get the next one down as well. Right. And on that note, it's wine o'clock. So yeah, in NETTY, you know where the microwave sits, then that will probably, well, it's going to sit on the sideboard somewhere, isn't it? Either instead of the microwave, or if that will run the microwave, and as far as I know, it absolutely will, then it can sit beside it. I mean, it will certainly power the Tassimo. So, I mean, that's going to be fantastic. I mean, it's all the basics, really, isn't it? I'm going to be off grid. I'm going to be warm. And I'm going to have a proper cup of coffee in the morning. And there'll be wine. The only thing is that Daniel, bless him, had said he was going to have a look at the fridge and see if he could get it running on gas for when I'm wild camping off grid. Obviously, he didn't have time to do that, but we can get we can get somebody to do that. Right. Cheers, darlings. Your very good health. Oh, and here's to Daniel and Nettie and her new diesel heater. Thank you, mate. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry that you've just had the absolute day from hell and you didn't even get to finish your chips. I'm really sorry, but thank you. I'm so, so grateful. Yeah, cheers, darlings. Your very good health. Bottoms up if you're lucky, lads. Up yours if you're not careful, ladies. Don't be taken unawares. Keep your hand on your halfpenny. And above all, to each and every one of you, with happiness in my heart and sincerity oozing out of my back bottom, get stuffed. Thank you so much. Oh, that'll give me a second wind. That'll give me a second wind. Oh. Right. Let me whiz back into the comments. Where did I get to? I was around here, wasn't I? I was exactly there. I know. Did the diesel heater heat up Netty well? Yeah, it did. I didn't have it going all that long because there's not all that much diesel in it. I didn't have any diesel. Daniel, God, another thing he did, he had some diesel in a thing in his van. So he popped a bit of diesel in, but there's not that much in there. And I don't know how much it uses yet. So I didn't have it on long. But in the space that in the time that it was on, which was probably, how long was it on for? 15 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes. That took Netty from 4 degrees up to 15 degrees. So, over 10-degree change in a pretty short space of time. So, I don't know anything about these things, but that seems pretty good to me. I mean, that's on the highest setting. Now, obviously, Nettie is tremendously well insulated, even if she is a bit leaky. So once you've got her up to a comfortable temperature, then you could you'd be able to turn it down to the most frugal setting, down to number 1, and you'd probably be turning it on and off. Last night in his van, which is very impressive, by the way. He's got Starlink in his. He's got Starlink. Now the thing that he's got is 150 quid in curries at the moment, and then he pays £90 a month for unlimited data, but you can get a package for 50 quid a month or something. I mean, it's a lot of money, and it's certainly not anything that I could do now, but it gets him really fast coverage everywhere, and he needs it for his business. And one of the things I am going to do, there's not much in the way that I can do to show my gratitude, but I'm going to ask him for all of his business details, and I don't know, one video a week or something will be a sponsored video, and I'll do a full sponsored shout out. This video is sponsored by whatever the name of his business is, with all of the links and everything, because that's kind of the least that I could do, isn't it? I mean, you know, how much business, if any, he would get from that, God knows. But at least it's a gesture, isn't it? And that sits well with me. It's like the sponsorship deal I did before with Nick, Renter and Rent Lettings. You know, he won't have got any business out of it, but I mentioned his company and had the banner thing there, and he gave me wine and sausages. Well, that sits well with me. I have no moral disquiet about that. That's the kind of deal that I love to do. So I'll absolutely do the same with Daniel for the next however long. I'll make one video a week, a sponsored vid. And what I really should do is I should make the odd sponsored video for the restaurant as well, shouldn't I? I know I've put the details in the description now, but I mean, the restaurant support me and support the channel, so why shouldn't they have a sponsorship shout out as well? And any of you lot thinking about it, any of you lot, if you've got actual businesses and you've supported me and the channel in any way, then let me know what the details are. And oh, every video is going to end up sponsored, isn't it? Emma will be on. And thanks to the sponsors for today's video, which is Emma Lemon of the eponymous. But seriously, that's the least I can do after the day that Daniel's had. So glad things are going to plan for you, Boaty. You have some good people around you, says Netty Kutch. I've got amazing people. That's a bit of a beast, that power station, says Cairgun One. I reckon that costs half a bag or more, says Wrinkles. No. Seriously. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. But go and look at their website, Allpowers. Just search for Allpowers. Have a look at their UK site and have a look at their prices and specifications, and then compare them to the big names that we all know. The orange one, the one that sounds like it should be blue. You know what I'm talking about. And don't take my word for it, but I think that you will see that that you get a lot more for your money with these, and you have it from the horse's mouth. Daniel himself has said that they're good. They're one of the good ones. So there you go. And hello, sir. How the devil are you?
Good evening.
Good evening. Are you well?
I am, yes. I'm quite well, thank you.
Good.
I've been watching, but I've not been commenting in chat.
Fair enough.
Well, good evening, chat. Hope you're all well, taking care of yourselves. Good to know you've got Netty sorted.
Well,
I hear you've got an indoor swimming pool.
Yes. Yeah, sadly. Never mind, we'll sort it.
I was going to phone last night, but I didn't want to shout Daniel.
Okay. I mean, we haven't got an MOT. Well, we won't have in a couple of days' time, but we'll sort that as well. It'll all be sorted. I mean, we've got heat. We've got a diesel heater. Netty's roared into this century. It's amazing.
You know, without an MOT, Netty's going to be the best looking, best heated wreck at the side of the road.
I'm not sure about the best looking. You know, Netty will get restored at some point when finances allow. But, you know, let's be honest. Those who've seen her in real life know that she's somewhat aesthetically challenged outside. Inside, she's beautiful. Of course.
Oh, yeah, she's nice inside. I'll grant you that.
There we are.
Yeah. Well, I only phoned up to let you know I'm not dead yet. You know what I mean?
Good lad. Well done on not being dead.
You could have had a cigarette while I was talking, but obviously you missed your chance to sod you.
No, I haven't. You said that.
See, look, he sods off. Yeah, he does it all the time.
Yeah, well, you're an official co-host, so...
So what am I now then? The Minister for co-hosting?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, yeah.
Well, actually, you can be the Honourable Tonic Minister for Fag Breaks.
Oh, cheers, thanks very much. Still, I suppose I should be happy you don't flick the ash all over me.
Well, exactly. Exactly. Oh, God. What a day. What a day. But what a result at the end of it.
Aye, but you stayed dry and ate chips and sausage and stuff while poor old Daniel was riddling around in all the wet.
And I feel so bloody guilty about it. I feel so guilty about it. But, I mean, I was cold, but I wasn't wet. And I wasn't as miserable as he must have been.
Yeah.
Honestly, the poor bugger. I mean...
Yeah, and I've got to admit it's been a hell of a long time since I was wet, but yeah. Oh, we'll not go down that route.
And he drove hundreds of miles to get here and do that. I mean, it amazes me. People do, well, like yourself, people do really kind things, and I kind of get bemused by it. I think, why would you do something so nice for me? It's kind of bewildering and really humbling. I'm bloody grateful for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just so grateful. So grateful. What a thing to do.
Right, I've got my phone jammed to me here, so I'm going to let you go again, Boaty.
Okay, young man.
Fella.
You too. Good to hear your voice again, as always.
Okay.
Take it easy.
Good night.
Bye-bye. The lovely Tonic, Honourable Minister for Fag Breaks. Right, let's jump into the comments. We've got a little bit behind. 365 quid, those, says Jonathan. See, I told you they were less than half a bag. And don't forget, an extra 10% off if you use my code. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We are planning, we're potentially planning, if I can afford it, a Boaty's birthday bash in Llandudno. And it might involve motorhomes. Or it might involve the Grand Hotel. Or, you know, choice of both. Stay at the Grand Hotel if you don't have a motorhome. Stay in a motorhome or camper van or car camper if you have one. But, you know, come along. We'll have a laugh. We'll have a drink. We'll have something to eat together. We'll have Llandudno. It'll be nice. That will be. When will that be? Have a look at the old calendar. That will probably be January. That will probably be, right, my birthday is on a Wednesday. So it'll probably be Monday the 12th of January. Yeah. Monday the 12th, probably. Could do it afterwards, be the 19th, but it's not as much fun after. It's nice to celebrate before, isn't it? And then if somebody gives you a birthday card, you've got the card there on your actual birthday. So probably January the 12th. It is yet to be confirmed, but I have been talking about it with the Honourable Minister for pastrami and origami. And yeah, that would work well. Oh, we have got a voice note. Well, I think about it. Let's not forget that. Here we go. The next voice that you hear will be sexy.
It's time.
Oh, right. I'll get ready.
Wine.
I'll get ready.
So pour yourself a large glass of wine. And pound the bloody box too, you twatty twoo.
Pound the box too, you twatty twoo. Right, it's the second pounding of the night for Sean's box. Here we go. One box, same one as it was before. Welsh Puthcall. I love this box. One more pound. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Oh, listen. There's a few in there now, isn't there? A standalone induction hob would run great off that. I tell you what, for like £350, that seems like a hell of a lot of kit to me. Because if you wanted an orange one, you'd be looking at that had that capacity. You'd be looking at quite a lot more. It is indeed wine time. Yes, it's made by Allpowers. Fabulous people. They've been lovely with me. They've been absolutely lovely with me. Chinese company, not ashamed of it. They don't try to hide it like some other companies. Our van, says YVETTE, is powered solely by 2 EcoFlow Delta 2s with an alternator charger with 400 watt solar, an EcoFlow River 2 and a River 3 Plus. Right, I've got absolutely no idea what any of that means. But I did think about getting the small version of that to go with it, just for a bit of extra capacity. But the solar thing will be good. What's a Starlink? Is that a TV connection? No, it's an internet-y thing. My new camper van, says the Honourable Minister for Protestation and Onions, will have Truma blow air heating on a thermostat control run from LPG. Can't wait to get her next year. I can't wait to see it. 7 litres should last you a couple of weeks on normal use. Oh, right, we're talking about the diesel heater. It's a 10-litre fuel tank. It's a 10-litre fuel tank, and Cherry Aid is, I think it's about 90p a litre at the moment. So that'll be, what, £9 to fill the tank? And if I'm only using it on a Monday, and obviously in summer, won't be using it at all, that's going to work out quite economical, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be an amazing thing. And having NETTY available for full off-grid wild camping, that's going to be amazing. I just need to get the fridge sorted. I could work around it. I could use a cool box in summer, like I did this year. Or in winter, I could just put the wine outside or the food outside and it'll freeze. But it would be nice to get the fridge working. I'm told, I'm given to understand that they're a bastard to get going on gas if you haven't used them for a while. And NETTY hasn't been used on gas for ages. Like 18 months, maybe 2 years. Now, when the previous owner bought it, the previous owner said that the fridge worked perfectly on gas. But yeah, I'm told that they're problematical to get going when they've not been used for a while. So when I get a couple of bob, I might have to throw her at somebody who knows what they're doing and say, can you seal the skylight and get the fridge working? Oh, and fit the bathroom stuff, the tap and whatnot in the bathroom. That would be nice. And then Nettie, when she gets her MOT, she's going to kind of be done, isn't she? And wonderful. And we will live in her. And when she's replaced with a Caravan, she will be the Monday night, lovely, indulgent, get away from it all, sod off and spend the night up at Longston Edge or Stanage Edge or Robin Hood's Bay or Llandudno or somewhere amazing in the mountains in Snowdonia. Seriously, how amazing would that be to do? You know, you don't think about this, do you? But just imagine, okay, I've loved Windy Bum for 10 years, but God, I love Lickpenny as well. I do, I really do love it there. And that pitch is an amazing pitch. The high hedgerows, as I said in the videos, the privacy, all of that. I'm a lot more private there than I am here. I've got neighbours either side and a busy main road just out there. At Lickpenny, I'm properly in the arse end of nowhere. So, you know, after a night at the restaurant, you go to Lickpenny, and then on a Monday, you take your beautiful motorhome to Snowdonia. What a life that'll be. What a life that will be. And I'll be able to afford. And while you're doing all of that, you're saving money. Possibly saving up money. I could have steak every week. Every single bloody week I could have steak. God, just imagine that. Oh, it's going to be fabulous. We have ours, says Wide-Eye 2, on number 3 in a Luton van, and it gets so hot and stays hot until we open the door, and then the heat goes instantly. What does Daniel do now as a business? He deals in antique furniture. You can get a really bog standard version of Starlink for £5, but it's only like half a megabit, called standby mode. Are you planning on using the waste cooking oil from the restaurant in your diesel burner? Apparently, as long as you start off and end with diesel, it should work fine. No, JB3, absolutely not, because that would be an incredible faff. Now, I used to have a Ford Escort van that was professionally converted to run on vegetable oil, but that was all computerized. So when you started the van, it started on diesel. When the diesel reached temperature, it switched over to vegetable oil. It had 2 tanks. And then when you turned the vehicle off, it switched to diesel and flushed through with diesel before turning off, so that when you started, you were starting on diesel and not on veg oil, because they're a bastard to start on veg oil. But trying to do that in NETTY would be a pain in the ass and totally not worth it, because honestly, vegetable oil now is more expensive than red diesel. So why would you do it? And the used oil from the restaurant, we do sell it. We filter it through rice and then we sell it. So it's not like I would get it for nothing. Excuse me again. Yeah, if anybody's up for it, then we've got the community meet on the 7th of December, the Sunday lunch. On the Monday directly afterwards, so that's the 8th of December, there's going to be a wild camp meet for campers and motorhomes. I'll be there in NETTY. Ange and Phil are going to be there. That's the Honourable Minister for Pimples and Orienteering, and Mike P. Not Mike P. What am I talking about? Lord Baverstock. Sorry. And if anybody else would like to come along, obviously you would be more than welcome. The more the merrier. Andrew Buttigieg joins us, the lovely Ivor Spotty, of course. Greetings, honourable community, and the captain of our ship, says Alan Simpson. Greetings to you. An MOT or a diesel heater won't pay your pitch fees, mate. Yeah, I know that, Jonathan. But, you know, an MOT would help, and the diesel heater will help, especially if I'm not on the pitch. Kegon 1, I didn't supply him with plenty of hot cups of tea or coffee. He wanted water. I supplied him with water. Raven 77559. Good evening, Raven. How does your original music and lyrics get produced? That's quite simple, Raven. I write the lyrics. I write the musical arrangement, and then I use AI to mix it all together. What happens when you ring the number? Asked Jean-Marc. I answer it if it's during a live stream. If it's outside of a live stream, I don't have this phone with me. Oh yeah, be aware of that, guys. If you contact the community portable electronic telephonic device outside of a live stream, I probably won't see it until the next live stream, because I don't look at this habitually. I barely look at my private phone habitually, as my friends know. But if it's something outside of a live stream and you actually want to reply, better to get me on this one than on the community one. I don't put this number out there because this is my personal number, you know, and you do get certain type of people potentially. But if it's one of you guys and you want my personal number, you're more than welcome to it. Just ping me, I'll tell you. We'll always have slandered now. Of course we will. Of course we will. Bollocks, I work Monday, says Steve McDonald. Yeah, most people do. Most people do. That is the problem. Why are you called Boaty, asks Raven. Search YouTube for why am I called Boaty. It's a long story. I made a video about it. Most people know. They've heard the story a million times already. Have a look for the video. Something, and why I'm called Boaty. It's a daily diary video from a couple of years ago. Somebody might tell you in the comments. They all know it off by heart. All power is Chinese. They are indeed, and proudly so, and lovely. Yes, good evening, Raven, who says, I wish I was as skint as Boaty. Well, give all your money away and then you will be. We have an air fryer, oven, microwave, hot water for the shower, diesel heater, and all the lights with no issues. Touch wood, says Wide Eye. Touch wood indeed. Boaty, all you will need in Netty is that Allpowers and solar. Is it a shadow flux panel? Asked Jonathan. I haven't got a clue. Not a clue. I don't know what that means. During winter, says YVETTE, we use a maximum of £10 diesel over 7 days in the diesel heater. Bloody hell. So I'll only be using it once a week in NETTY. So multiply that by 7. So 10 quid's going to last me for 7 weeks. Well, that's cheap as chips, isn't it? Because obviously when I'm living in NETTY on the seasonal, I won't be using the diesel heater. I'll be using the oil-filled radiator. Survive, thrive. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. And greetings all, say Survive. Lord Baverstock, Phil, says, not sure what we use with the diesel heater. It's fed from our main tank, but it doesn't matter as it's better than shivering. Absolutely. Absolutely. Those Ford 1.6 diesels were a bastard to start at the best of the time. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yes, and it was incredibly slow. Can you tell us the model of the power pack you have? Yes, it's the R1500 Lite. Is Boaty becoming an escort soon? Yeah, my first booking coming up very soon. Yes, I will video it. The Chinese, a grand bunch of lads. Oh, well done, Peter P. Well done for chiseling in a Father Ted reference. They are a grand bunch of lads. I love that. Only 15 quid difference to the, well, if that's the company I'm thinking of, do bear in mind that it might catch fire and cause a lot of damage. According to Daniel, who it actually happened to, and who wouldn't have one of those in his vehicle, even when it was free. He sold it rather than put it in his vehicle. Carvery themed adventures. Boaty, do penguins have knees? Not a clue. Not a clue. They probably don't, do they? Because they do that weird walk, which would suggest they didn't. And if you watched Ally McBeal back in the day, then if a gentleman has his trousers and pants around his ankle and around his ankles and tries to walk, then it's doing the penguin, isn't it? So possibly they don't have knees. Alan Simpson is off to the seaside tomorrow, a road trip to Skegness with Mr. Simpson Sr., and he might get to visit a new Spoons. You have my sympathy. God, imagine when I start saving money. I could eat in Wetherspoons every day. But you can be damn sure I won't. That breakfast was good fun though. Just thought I'd see if I have a special ringtone. Oh, I apologise for the disappointment there. I'll give you one, Emma. I'll give you one. After the live stream though. Plus the orange one has hubnut associated with it. Well, yes. Oh, good God, I've actually caught up. Promises. I've actually caught up with the comments. Blimey. Right. Well, we can properly chill out for the last 20 minutes of this live stream. We can properly properly chill out. Knowing that NETTY has got no MOT, hardly, but a diesel heater. God, I'm going to have to get a bus again, aren't I, tomorrow? Oh, get it back down to the mechanic. I hope he pulls his fucking finger out this time. Oh, and he's got to sort the indicators and reverse light. Oh, dear. The reverse light must have worked because she passed an MOT. Well, she didn't fail on that. And it was nice driving her at night. It was a different experience. And it was really nice. 2 things on the list for NETTY for next year, you know, when I have money to indulge. Those baby mooncap wheel rims, not in stock at the moment, but they are getting more stock. You can pre-order them on the website. So I was glad to see that because there are going to be more of these specific ones and they're going to look amazing. And the other thing is to replace the onboard gramophone with something. Oh God, if I won the lottery, it would be the Blaupunkt Madrid, Barcelona. I can't remember the model name, but you know what I mean? The posh one from the 80s that they've remanufactured, so it's got all the modern stuff in, but it looks like the old one. But in reality, anything that can just plumb the phone in and has got a green display to fit in with NETTY. Oh, and I would like to replace the seats. I would like to replace the seats with some different seats. Oh. Hi, Boaty from me and Martin. Hope you're okay, says Danielle. I'm okay. Hope you two are too. Wanted a Waldorf salad, but they were out of Waldorfs. That's a Faulty Towers reference and a very good one. Survive Thrive has got to go on a course tomorrow, an empowering workshop for over 50s. It's about finding work, I think. Oh. Why has Dan not joined in on the live, Boaty? Is he still hungover? No, he'll be knackered and hopefully very dry and very asleep because he damn well deserves to be. And if you wondered why Dan doesn't always, he's been supporting the channel from, well, just since forever. If you wonder why you don't see him in comments a hell of a lot, he's incredibly dyslexic. Now, you know, God gives and God takes away, doesn't he? And Daniel is so talented in so many ways. Oh, clearly an amazing chef. You don't get to do what he's done unless you're an amazing chef. He's incredibly good with his hands at electrical stuff. By all accounts, he's a jolly good antiques dealer. He's obviously just one of those guys who's just good at stuff. But he is very dyslexic, and reading isn't so much of an issue, but typing very definitely is. So that's why you don't see him joining in on the live streams. But I hope you enjoyed him co-hosting last night's live stream. I certainly enjoyed chatting with him, and I apologize for not really getting to grips with the comments last night. I was enjoying talking to Daniel too much. You know, it's fascinating meeting anybody. I mean, if you've got any kind of interest in humanity, you meet somebody new and they've got their own story to tell. And it's fascinating. I find people endlessly fascinating. And everybody has got their own history. their own story to tell, and I always want to hear it. So I apologize that I probably wasn't the best host last night. Oh, is that right, Nigel? Reverse lights aren't moddable. Then why did I have to fit one to my imported Mazda Unos to get it through an MOT? But hopefully you're right. Oh, and Steve's saying the same. No reverse light needed. Boaty, says Mike P. Popping to the Caravan on Friday near Dolgellau, North Wales. Oh, good for you. Blaupunkt Bremen. Oh, yeah, that's one of them. It's not the one I was thinking of. There are three. There's the Bremen. There's the, hang on. Oh, I can't be bothered to look for it now. Oh, can I? Hang on. Blaupunkt.com, home. Yes, I accept your cookies. Automotive, yes, that's the one. Thank you. An excellence in, yeah, not car, retro car radio, that's the one. Back to the Future, modern technology in the old guise. Right, so there's the Bremen, and yet the Bremen would be the most age appropriate, to be fair. So in a sense, that would be the one to go for because it's the most age appropriate for NETTY. But the one I really fancy is the Frankfurt. The Frankfurt RCM 82. And they also do the Hamburg. I mean, I'd be happy with any of them. The Hamburg is, let's have a look. The Hamburg is from 83. They are very expensive, very expensive. The Frankfurt is from, oh, it's from 92. That's from 92, the Frankfurt. So in theory, a little bit early for NETTY, a little bit late rather. And the Bremen is originally from 86. So yeah, as I said, the Bremen would be the most age appropriate, but the Frankfurt is the most impressive. But they are idiotically expensive. So yeah, there's a modern Blaupunkt with a green display that plumbs into your phone, and that's 50 quid. So that's a bit more realistic, isn't it? Oh, thank you, David. That's very kind. That's not a comment on here. That's a YouTube comment. People are watching the video. Sometimes I get my merds mixed up, says Raven. Well, don't we all? Don't we all? I would love, yeah, I will happily try and reprise my rusty French for you, Jean-Marc, if you chose to ring in. There was a point in my life where I was conversationally fluent in French, quite a long part, but oh God, you get to a certain age and everything just falls out of your mind if you're not using it. And I've not lived in France for, well, I've not even part-time lived in France for well over oh God, 10, 15 years. I mean, it would probably come back, but now off the top of my head, I would probably be pretty awful. I think I've told you before that I knew when I was edging about and visiting France now and then, spending time there now and then I would think in English, translate it to French, and then speak. When I'd been there for a couple of weeks, I would just think in French. I wouldn't have to translate. I would just think in French. That was nice. Oh, it's because the UNAS was an import. Oh, okay. Okay. Boaty, good night, and thank you everyone else, says Mike P. Thank you for giving us your time. I am going to shut off at 12 o'clock on the nail, darlings. I'm doing all right, but I know that I'm shattered. I know I'm shattered, and I know I'm sleep deprived, and I don't want to go on because it'll suddenly hit me like a what's it, and I'll be neither use nor ornament. So we'll do midnight, and at 1 minute past midnight, I will sod off. I'll quickly get something to eat, and I'll just get my ass to bed. That's the sensible thing to do. There will be some sort of a video tomorrow, but don't get your hopes up. Today could have been if today had been different, if it hadn't been cold, if it hadn't been raining, if Netty hadn't been a pain in the ass, we could have done a really good video. But there are some bits, I don't know how much they'll cobble together to, but there are some bits, and no matter how bad they are, I will put them out there. So hopefully you'll get a bit of a sense of how today went. It'll be a really bad video, but for the inner scrotum, at least you'll get to be kind of part of it. Because for Daniel, it was just horrendous. But what a result. What a result. Netty's got it's kind of a massive thing. And we'll get her through the MOT somehow, despite the mechanic, or in part thanks to him. Bit of both. We'll get the power station in there, and on December the 8th, with a full tank of diesel and plenty of petrol and some staff curry for 2, because somebody's going to be co-hosting and eating staff curry with me. We'll get our arse up, no matter what the weather, we'll get our arse up to Stanage Edge. And that's going to be literally living on the edge, because we'll be on Stanage Edge, but that's going to be our first winter night in Netty and wild camping. And that's the thing that I'm most excited about. Just being in to me, that's an amazing thing. You're in the middle of nature, in the arse end of nowhere, in a beautiful, beautiful place that's trying to kill you. And you're in your motorhome or camper, and you're cozy and warm, and you've got lovely light and lovely surroundings and a beautiful warm bed and curry, hot curry and cold wine. That's living, isn't it? That's living. That's kind of, I don't know. To me, do you know what it's like? I mean, look, you can go to a beautiful hotel. I've stayed in hundreds, thousands. You can live in a beautiful home, and you can go to bed and be safe and warm and happy. But that's not the same as being out there in the elements, in a place that should kill you, where you shouldn't survive the night. And yet you do. And you not only survive it, but you So you spend that night like a king in a warm, comfortable, beautiful environment with amazing food and good wine, and that just seems amazing to me. And that's always been the kind of dream, and I can't wait to actually do it. And I'm gonna do it on December the 8th, and you can come and join us. I won't be on my own, and it's going to be amazing. Right, people are starting to say good night by the look of it. Good idea, Jean-Marc. Yes, clean your teeth. Where are we at time-wise? Oh, 4 minutes. Excuse me, bit of burpage there. Oh, Baz, good evening, and thank you for that. You might consider writing a memoir, Boaty. You've quite the stories. I can't really write anymore. I can't seem to write anymore. Not the way I used to. I think YouTube will be the memoirs. I think that's part of the thing about these videos that, you know, such as they are, they will be the memoirs. Scroty Fresh. Oh, God, yeah. How can we forget Scroty Fresh? I'm fluent in foul, Irish and English with a smattering of Maltese, says Lord Baverstock. My Maltese is non-existent. I tried to learn, but I was too old. The only phrase that I can truly remember in Maltese is the rain is falling. The rain is falling on my bald head. And if you speak Maltese, then you will know why that is funny. The rain is falling on my bald head in Maltese. You can probably Google it. I don't know. The lovely Sherry, gotta be me, is here. Oh, bless you for being here for the remainder. Yes, if on a phone, just double tap the screen and that will like the video, and that will be much appreciated. We're on 61. I will like it. That makes 62. Anybody else want to hit the like button? Get it up to 70 before I sad off. Mark Passad is saying good night to everybody. Emma is regretting that there's not some hot Dan action, but honestly, he went over and above already today. A live stream would have been too much. Jimmy Quinn says goodbye to all and has left the stream. Super Mod Ali would like you to know that she's been watching you, or he's been watching you. I don't know if it's a he or a she. They have been watching you. Is the Phantom Farter fueled by staff curry? Totally. Do you know what? Dan had a leg up on Boaty, literally. I had no idea until I saw Matron's screenshot in the bloody Facebook group. Shows you what state I was in last night. And I wasn't drunk, I was just knackered. Matron says good night all and see you somewhere on the internet tomorrow. And the same applies to me. There is something pleasant when the rain and wind are bashing your van and you're having a poo, says Wide-Eyed too. Oh dear. Well, yeah. Emma says that pooing by an open window on holiday is living, and there's a memory there. You did that with me. And I can't remember when or on what occasion, but I remember you talking about that. Right, that is midnight. As soon as it clicks to 01, I'm off. Oh, you're very welcome. Oh, you lived in Malta, 69 to 70. Bless you. The best years. I'm probably never going back because it's just been ruined, apparently. You're welcome, Sandy. Raven, good night. Good night, Wide Eye. Good night, Alan. Good night to all of you. That is 1 minute past. I'm off. I'm going to unbutton my shirt. I'm going to get into my PJs. I'm going to get a quick bit of supper. And I am... oh, it was the Airbnb in London, didn't it? There we are. And I'm shutting off to bed. But I will be back with you tomorrow. Thank you all so much for your company tonight. It means the world. Thank you for watching the video today, if you have, or thank you in advance for watching it if you haven't yet, but will do. Let me wish each and every one of you a safe, peaceful, warm and happy night, especially you, Daniel. Bless you. And let me wish you all a good day tomorrow. May the new day bring you... Yes, I am getting naked, matron. May the new day bring you joy, may it bring you pleasure, but at the very least, please, I pray, may it be manageable. The candle will be relit tomorrow night, 11 o'clock. Tuesday night live. Please don't miss it. I would love to have you company. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me. And on that note, Peugeot and a very tired Bosh. Thank you, darlings. Much love to you all. Good night.